Just because you suffer from trauma doesn't make you weird. Kawan Raw is more than a podcast. It's a space to be real. It's a space to talk about life, growth, mental health, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. Because none of us should have to go through this alone. So come as you are. Let's talk, let's learn, let's heal, and let's grow together.
You and of course our older brother Wayne, y'all learned how to hustle because y'all was bored, and then y'all learned how to hustle to survive.
Facts.
Both skills y'all got from mommy. Both y'all put into your own one too. So I want you to talk about something that mommy said to you that plays in your head in a critical moment. Something that lets you know like you can't quit. Something that she always said to you to tell you to keep going. Or you hear her words and it's something that just put you right back on track. As far as her teaching you something and then showing you something.
Because it's bigger than me. It's not about me. So that's one of the things that I sit back and when you think about it, when it's just about you, you tend to kind of like, maybe I could take a little break. Maybe I'll take a little slack on it. Maybe I'll give 50% today, but tomorrow I'll give 30%, then I'll try to get back to 100. So those are one of the things that really stick with me.
Okay. So I want to talk about the weight of society, how things carry on with you, how you don't really know how to let them go. Constant violence, trauma, reminders of pain, and aftermaths. Talk about how you learn how to live through these things, how to get over these things, and then also allowing yourself to mourn instead of just holding everything in. Because we grew up the same way, as in when something happened to me, I'm looking at my siblings like, what the fuck I got to cry for? Everybody else seemed fine.
Yo, like you icing.
Yeah. I remember God bless her dad, when Jaquaya passed away. I was in the car with mommy and I said to her, I feel guilty for being happy. Like, I get to continue my life, but he's not here. He can't continue his life. And she told me, she said, you can't hold on to that situation and punish yourself for it. So learning how to deal with things I always have in my head, something that mommy said at a moment where I needed it, or it'll come back to me later when I wasn't paying attention, but I was surely listening.
Yeah.
So in that instance, how did you learn how to move forward and grow with pain and trauma?
That's a tough question. One of the things is just, like I say, is really just understanding that you can't, when you know that your mind is playing tricks with you because you're tired or you're going through it or you're sad or you're depressed. And like I say, that idle time for me, that was one of the things where it was a gift and it was a curse, because growing up, it was a curse because I didn't have that outlet. I didn't have somebody that I could feel safe with, that I could, not safe, but growing up, like in my teens, it was.
Would you say trust instead of safe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trust, I would say. And it was one of those things where I felt like I had to block out a lot of those things because I didn't understand how to go through it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you say, like Jaquay dying and all deaths around us, and we thinking that that's normal.
Mm-hmm.
And that's everyday trauma. And that's where when you go to those jails and you go to all those places where the crazy homes where people really, when they say they label crazy, they just got a story to tell, and they need that outlet for somebody to listen to them, or somebody to just hear them out where they could just feel safe or feel trusted.
Okay.
So growing up, it was definitely a challenge. But as I learned to work with it and be uncomfortable to see those things and go through it as an adult, but now I got a life to look after, which is my son. That's when it became more personal for me, where it's like, it's not about me. It's not about me. It's not about how I feel in the moment, because how you feel now can change in 2 minutes.
Okay.
Depending on what you value your life at. It could be a life where you value, I'm going to buy myself something nice today. That could change. But when you look at it, when you think about it, damn, this is for my son, for him to be able to smile, for him to be able to pour good back in him when he get older, to the universe, to the kids, to his people. And I told him the other day, that's the funny thing was, so he got a game, right? And he was just like, Dad, I forgot the camera inside. And you know me, I'm big on now recording things because I want to have
Relive a
that
moment.
yeah, that
Okay.
dialogue where I could come back and reference like, okay, this is those moments. And he's like, yo, Dad, I don't know why you even bringing the camera. It's not like I'm gonna get any tackles anyway. All my friends get it.
Mhm.
And that shit got me to the point where I shedded a tear
Okay.
because I had to tell him like, yo, bro, one, you're not gonna waste my time going to no practice, and I gotta be there 2 hours early before the game, and then sit in the heat while you sit there and tell me, oh, Dad, I'm not gonna get any practice. But now when you come to me and he's like, oh, Dad, you know, it's not like I'm gonna get it, but then that's where I had to tell him like, you're a leader. When you start leading, people follow. You don't always have to be the person that follows.
Mhm.
And plus, you're a big kid, so everybody's gonna come to you. Everybody's gonna be like, oh, Kawan, let me go follow Kawan. So me telling him is just be a leader, bro. Just work hard. Not everything is gonna be easy for you. Not everything is gonna be peaches and cream. Not everything is gonna be, oh, it's handed to me because I'm the biggest kid. No, you're gonna have to work for it. Because no matter how much money you make, no matter how much success you get, you still got to work at the top because there's somebody that's going to either be above you or trying to get where you at.
Right, they're trying to pass you. So we're gonna get back to what I was talking about with the trauma and learning how to get past it. You initially stated like being idle made things worse. So what I understood was you were keeping a busy body
Yes.
to not think about it, but that's not healing.
No,
But then you said to me,
I allow
like,
myself to be loved.
you allow yourself to be loved, and then you allow your relationship with your child to be the reason how you release this pain.
Yes.
How you feel the growth, how you feel the health, how you feel different than what you are currently feeling. So you have an outlet.
Yes.
And you have a purpose, you have a lifeline. I understood it at first differently. Like, okay, let me just work myself tirelessly so I don't think, so I don't feel.
Yeah.
But then you mentioned Junior, so I was like, I got you. Okay, we sturdy.
Yeah, that's my fuel. That's my why.
Okay, so
When he asks you what's your why, Junior.
all right, so I wanted to ask you about some keys from your past that led to your future and how you envisioned it. Like, when did you notice that things started to click and doors started to unlock and you were breaking not a generational curse, but a generational cycle?
When I was at my lowest. Sitting back, I can remember the day vividly too, going through it. And just one day I just sat there and I was like, yeah, I don't know if I could do it no more. But then I thought about it. And then I had to sit back and really think about it. Like, I really sat on the floor like, damn, what I'm gonna do? Like, this shit ain't gonna be easy, but I'm going through a path that not nobody, but I haven't seen it be done in my lifetime because I never had really that. We had the neighborhood heroes, but we didn't know them in their home. So it wasn't really like, it was more like love, but it wasn't personal. But now that it was personal, where it was like, I felt it, I see it, I'm experiencing it, that's where it was like, yo, it's either it's gonna make you or it's gonna break you. It's either you're gonna quit or you just gonna suck it up and see what tomorrow brings and start fresh and always have that mindset of just, yo, let me go to sleep. Let me take a nap. Let me just go sit by the water. My favorite thing is sitting by the water.
Okay.
I have 3 coins. I have a penny, a nickel, and a 25 cents on a quarter.
And chuck them in the water.
And each one, so a penny equals what I want currently, which is within the next year frame. And then the 5 cents or the 10 cents is within the 5 to 10 years.
Okay.
And then the 25 is where I want to be at when I retire.
Okay.
And I always try to manifest that. And yo, I could go there 5 days a week and every day is going to change. But at least I know I thought about it.
Okay.
So, you know?
Yeah, thinking about it is half the job. Getting to it is you damn near already there.
We here.
You're already there. So I wanted to ask you, some personal questions about your love life.
Okay.
How do you define love? As men, we go through things where love is different to us.
Yes.
Sometimes it's physical, sometimes it's emotional. Like, how they say, like, your love language or your love touch, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just a woman stroking your ego. Sometimes it's a woman's embrace, like a rub on the back or a foot massage or, preparing something in the house. What do you define love as by sight, by touch, and by, allowing it to be receptive?
So by sight is just being able to sit down and have somebody that I can connect energy with, like that sight of seeing it. Because again, you could feel it, but you also got to see it too.
Mm-hmm.
So if I could see it where it's the acts of service of just the little things, like where like
Okay.
I work a lot. So I know, and I don't say I work a lot as far as work, because I do, but just in life in general, like I got so much I got to tell. I got a story of it. I got so much behind me to the point where it's like I never feel accomplished.